Okay, so the main card is communication. So that seems to be the focus at this particular week. And you're going to receive some really good news coming in for you. And it's going to be something that leads to new beginnings. So really nice spread of good news coming in via communication. So some kind of message coming in for you. And it's going to lead to new beginnings. You starting afresh. And you're going to be very happy about that. So in the past, you were dealing with a lot of hidden enemies. And you were working really, really hard. Now, going into the future, you've got the battle, so you are going to have to stand up for yourself. You can see this man standing over there with his gun in his hand. So, you're going to have to stand up and defend whatever you need. And it looks like whatever you're going to do is going to bring a lot of fame to you. So, a good, if you stand up for what you believe, it looks like it's going to lead to a lot of fame and renown for you. Okay, so those are the energies for that week. Now I'm using the Low Scarabeo deck, and this is a Rider-Waite deck. And it's got some really good imagery. So go have a look at the deck. So, let's see. Okay, so the main energies of the cards is the Five of Cups. So you are sitting down and crying over things that have happened in the past. You're actually going through a phase of regretting, or maybe you're reviewing whatever you've been through. And it's upset you quite a bit. And, you're sitting and crying and you're seeing all these empty cups over here and all the disappointments that you've had. And it's upset you quite a bit. So you're in a state of a bit of depression over here, thinking about things and being very, very upset. Now, there are two cups that are standing up over here. We always mention the two cups because it says that you still have things that are left, still have things that you need to do. So instead of sitting back over there and thinking about the things that you have lost, you need to look at the things that you need to do in order for you to move yourself out of the situation. You are not at a dead end. You are at that point where you need to make that decision to move forward. And the only person that can help you move forward is yourself. So you need to get yourself out of all that regret and look to the future and start seeing about what you can do to actually remedy the situation. So you need to lift your spirits yourself, and, see the things that are worth, find value in the things that are worth around you in order for you to move forward. So all is not lost. Stop thinking about things that you can't regain. Once time has passed, it's water under the bridge, it's gone. You need to forget about it and move on. And, stop sitting and crying about things that were lost. So what's happening with you? You've got the Ace of Wands over here. So this is a card talking about a new beginning, something new coming in, a new inspiration, a new power, a new strength coming in for you. And that's the Ace of Wands. This could be a new project if it's about work. Now, it's crossed by the Ten of Wands. So whatever this new project is or new work is going to be, you're going to have to work pretty hard at it. You're going to be tackling a lot of tasks, so you're going to have to focus on this. So a lot of work coming in the near future for you. You can see a lot of, this person's carrying these wands on their back, and it's a new wand that is coming in. So maybe you have a lot of responsibilities right now, but it looks like one more is being added to it. It's going to be, a very important addition to your work situation because it's going to get you back on track, back on the road towards stability and towards building that dream that you have. So whatever is coming in for you is going to be, a lot of hard work. It's going to take a lot of effort, but it's going to get you going in the direction. It's going to get you moving in the direction that you need to move to. So in the past, you've got the Seven of Swords over here. So this is what happened in the past. It looks like, whatever situation you were in was a very, very difficult situation. You had to cut your losses and move forward. You had to take whatever you had and move forward. You can see this man's looking back at whatever he's lost, but he still has to move forward. So maybe whatever that situation was a temporary situation. You can see there's tents over here. These are not permanent homes. So whatever situation you were in was very temporary, and you had to really cut your losses, leave behind the things that were not serving you, and move forward. You might have had to abandon possessions, or you incurred a lot of losses during this particular phase, and this seems to have happened in the last year, and it caused a lot of heartbreak. So there must have been a communication, a lack of communication between you and that person. You may have separated from somebody and had to move out. This is a heartbreak card. The Three of Swords is talking about, where you've had tremendous heartbreak. You can see the swords piercing the heart over here. Could have been due to a third-party situation. So maybe there was somebody that caused this breakup, and it caused you to be very, very upset. And you've been going through that in the last 3 months. And you can see this is maybe the reason why you've got the Five of Cups. You're crying over the things that you have lost. And it looks like there was that ending. You've got the Ten of Cups over here. So it was a very difficult situation. It might have been a family situation. This could have been a marriage. And you've had to break it up and move on and move away from it. So maybe whatever was going on within that marriage was not very good. Because this Seven of Wands is a card about sneaking around. It's about deception and lies and coming up with answers, that are things that don't involve the truth. So maybe this person was making up things as they went along, and you were being lied to, you were being deceived. So it looks like that situation is now ended, and there's a rainbow, so you have to go through that in order for you to, you've now reached a point where that is behind you, and you have to move forward. So you have to see the positivity in whatever happened, and don't think about the loss that happened. So going into the future, you've got the Four of Swords over here. So it is a time to take a step back, maybe take some downtime, take some time by yourself and have a good think. Get your thoughts in order. Maybe you'll be receiving some messages. This is a flag. Flags usually talk about messages coming in about the situation. But it's also talking about, going back to nature, going back and spending some time by yourself. You can see this person's got 2 flowers in their hands. So they're evaluating the worth of that situation. So, you've got to look at and see not only the good things that you remember, but also whatever happened, whatever bad things happened, and see for what it is. So this is a time for you to get yourself together, get your thoughts together, spend some time by yourself. See this as an opportunity to heal. The Four of Swords is also about a card about healing, contemplating, and coming out with a solution that allows you to get over what happened with the Three of Swords. So the Four of Swords follows the Three of Swords. So here you have you trying to find a solution to get out of that Three of Swords. Now with the Four of Swords, you usually take the one sword and cut away. You've got it's like having the Ace of Swords. So you cut away all the things that are not serving you, and you get to the point where you're in the Four of Swords, where you're getting that healing. So you need to take some time by yourself and heal by yourself. So don't see being alone as being something bad. It is a time for you to heal and a time to get your thoughts in order and make new plans for the future. So you've got the Eight of Cups over here. So you have walked away from a situation that was no longer serving you. Maybe it was a very established situation. Like I said, it could have been a marriage, or could have been something that was very long-term, where you had a family life associated with it. You've got all these cups over here, and you've got the Ten of Cups over here, which is about a family situation. So something that was established, and established over a long time. It seems like, you built something up. You were organized. You knew, you had a routine. But it seems like you've had to leave that and walk away. And this man is not following the normal path of the river. He's now going via his own path. So you have to, leaving that behind, the old path that you took, and you're now following a new emotional path. And it's something that you have never done before, so you're probably very, very scared about it. But this old cycle, this old life is now over. You've got the last phase of the moon. You've also got a full moon in there, so there's a lot of confusion that is associated with this whole move that you're making. But you are now leaving that behind. And even though there seems to be a lot of obstacles, it is something that's going to make you happier than what you've been for the past few years. Now, you've got the Knight of Wands, and this is in your surroundings, so somebody is going to be there to give you some sort of assistance. The Knight of Wands also speaks about moving home and maybe moving away to go and do a job somewhere else. This is taking yourself out of that situation, physically taking yourself out of the situation and having the strength, because he's riding the lion. The lion is usually about the strength card. So this card could be a fire sign person coming to help you out. This could be you could be a Leo person, because the Strength card is ruled by the sign of Leo, and you've got the Lion here. So it could be somebody that is Leo, or it could be even Aries or Sagittarius, that nature, coming to help you, giving you that power, giving you that push in order for you to move forward. So somebody getting you out of that situation and bringing more, you're going to have more focus in your life, and you're going to be able to do things. So this shows that, somebody's going to give you a hand and get you out of that situation, going to give you an idea on how to get out of that situation. So, this might be, a good friend, somebody that comes and helps you out, where you're so depressed. This person is there to actually counter that effect and give you some good advice. So you got the Temperance card over here, and this is a card talking about balance. So you're trying to bring some balance back in your life again, and you're trying to look at the positives and the negatives and trying to blend them together to come up with a better solution about what you can do. So you can see she's got these 2 cups. Also it's a card about trying to get rid of the things that are not serving you, because she's emptying out these cups. So all that emotional problems, you've got the dark and the light here, the yin and the yang. So she's getting rid of all the, maybe all the good memories, and the bad memories are being thrown away. And she's trying to, get something out of it. She's trying to blend, but she's trying to get something that she can use. Whatever she's putting into this barrel, she wants to take it and use it. So, maybe you're trying to throw in all those good feelings and bad feelings and good thoughts and bad thoughts, and come up with a good solution that you can now put into your life and make it work for you. So you're trying to learn a lesson from whatever happened, and you're trying to take that lesson, you're trying to find the value of whatever happened to you, and you're trying to take that lesson and use it in your life. So going into the future, you've got the King of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Swords is usually a legal situation, and it's usually a judge. So there might be this legal case, and you're waiting for that kind of decision to be made. This is the person that makes it. So there might be a legal separation, and you're waiting for that decision to come forth. And, you got the 7 of Wands. You are standing up for what you believe, and you are going down your own path now. Whatever obstacles, you are ready to push them down, bash them down. So whatever is blocking your way, or whatever is impeding your progress, you are now going full steam ahead, and you are going to break down those barriers. So you're not listening to anybody. You're not taking advice from anybody, and you have decided that you're going to stand up for what you believe in, and you're going for it. Now, you've got the King of Pentacles, and this is your card. So if you stand up for whatever you believe in and go for it, you will end up conquering the situation, rising to the top of it. And even in your work situation, you'll be very, very financially stable. So maybe this legal case will give you a good payout as well. So you might get some money from coming out from that case. So whatever this court case is going to be in your favor if it's financial. But also you come up on top, so you come up as a victor in whatever the situation was. But you need to stand up and defend yourself and keep going. Don't let depression bring you down. So whatever legal judgment comes out, it looks like it's going to be in your favor, and it's going to make you better off financially. But you need to get over the emotional problems or the emotional heartache that you're going through. Also, this new job is a new offer that is coming in, and it's going to take a lot of hard work, but you will eventually get there as far as your work goes. So you're getting over a very difficult situation. You do need to take some rest, some recuperation is needed, and you are moving away from it. There will be somebody there that helps you. It looks like there is somebody there that's going to be helping you. But then again, it also could mean that you could be moving on and doing that same job that you're doing somewhere else. You could be changing home or changing job. Moving off. Maybe you could be doing some international travel as well with this card. So this is the Wolf Pack, and this is the Oracle deck that I'm using. And it speaks about completion, a time of reward, opportunity, success, love, money, good health. A stranger brings good news, and a completion of lessons finally learnt. So this was a karmic cycle that needed to be completed, and you have now finished it. And you will get some good news coming in after this. So this needed to be done. You've got the Fool card after that. So something is going on in your life that is so obvious you are ignoring impending danger. So this is a different Fool card. So it says that you make sure that you are watching your back. and don't jump into situations that are going to eventually cause problems for you. So this Fool card is talking about make sure that you keep your eyes and your ears open, and be on the alert. You don't want anybody taking advantage of you. And the last one is danger. It says you might find yourself in a dangerous situation with a person. You need to make an emotional decision, and you must make it based on logic. So meditate to seek the solution. So whatever is coming up, make sure that you're watching your back. Maybe somebody is around you is not working in your best interests, and you need to watch your back. And keep your eyes and ears open. But for the most part, this is a cycle that needed to be completed, and this is something that was karmic in nature. So even though it seems like it's just the worst thing that could possibly have happened, you have learned a lot of lessons. You've finished that karmic cycle, and it seems like good things will be coming your way after that. It's also a time for you to take some rest, and you're walking away from that situation. So it's a time for you not to be so depressed. You will come out victorious because you've got the King of Pentacles over here. This is the top of the money spread, the money cards, as well as your card. It is the card for Capricorn. So you're coming back into your own, but make sure you're standing up for yourself. You are waiting for some kind of legal decision, and it looks like it's going to be going in your favor. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.